Welcome into this week's segment of Midweek Check-In. We are live in the Craft on the Clock group and here at My Sweet Home Living. Welcome in. You all know every Wednesday at noon Central Time, I come live and give you all some updates on what's going on, all the things, My Sweet Home Living and Craft on the Clock. So it's the midweek time. Hold on, I'm trying to adjust my phone and it is just being cranky today. Where both of my online worlds collide, and I meet you all, and we chat, we catch up, we give some updates and some announcements, and answer cute questions and answers, and talk all kinds of things. So you all come on in. I want to know who's here today. Well, I get us shared over to the Craft on the Clock group because that is where you can find all things live crafting, DIYing, decorating, and all the things. And we even have some fun things on Fridays and on the weekends. So listen, live streaming is getting harder and harder to find on Facebook. So we want to know that Craft on the Clock is the place where you want to go. If you are having a hard time finding love crafting, we have it every day of the week, Monday through Friday, early morning till late at night, and also occasionally on the weekends. And we don't want to miss you. We don't want you to miss us. So come join us over there so we can hang out and see you every day for live crafting because we love it. And that's where our heart is. And we hope that you enjoy it too. Hello, Miss Linda. Hello, Miss Patty. It is super cold. Yes. Thank you, Miss Pat. I just shared myself too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all who show up, excuse me, and help me out when you can. I so appreciate it. And it is cold here in Kentucky today, so I want to know what your weather is today. We had about 4 inches of snow overnight, but it's sunny. It's not warm, but it is sunny today. So a lot of that snow is already melting. So you all come on in. We are hanging out in the dining room today for this fun midweek check-in. And hey, Miss Dana, Miss Lisa, Vicky, Debbie, you all hop on in here. I'm so happy to see you all. It's snowing in South Carolina. Yes, I think all the snow that we had overnight is headed east to your neck of the woods. Hey, Miss Amy. That's right, Phyllis. Happy cold Wednesday. Is it cold in Texas too? I think we're like in the mid 20s. I think it's going to be our high today. Snow day in Oklahoma. Lots of you all are getting snow. Come on in. Did you all see the photo that I posted? Was it yesterday or the day before? A couple of days ago of my most recent marketplace haul. Lots of goodies. I'm going to be showing you lots of those today, and I think you're going to love them. Many of you saw the pictures and love them. There were a few items. Oh, I forgot to grab one. So I tried not to put too many already in different parts of my house. I try to keep them close to me so I could show you all today. Because there are some good ones. There are some good ones. You all know how I love to find marketplace finds, and especially when they're good deals. And if you're like me, you like primitive style decorating, those types of items can be really hard to find. And so I always shop on Marketplace to find my goodies. And it just means I might have to wait a little bit longer to find what I like, but it's usually a pretty good deal. Hey, Miss Lisa, raining and cold. Oh, ice. I hope not. Hey, Miss Kim, how are you? Roxanne, thank you so much. I dressed up for you all today. I'm not going anywhere today. It's a snow, probably snowed in. I could get out if I needed to, but I have to drive a farm truck. But I am staying in. So, out of the pictures that you saw on what is today, Wednesday, on Monday, what did you see that you want that sparked your interest the most? I want to know. Yes, Jeanette, I made out with lots and lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. But real quick, I want to show you something that I grabbed at Walmart while I was picking up my haul in the same area. Look at this sweet little rabbit. This little rabbit is the only speck of spring I have in my space yet. I'm not ready. I told my kids after this snow, I'm done. I'm done with winter. I'm ready to move on. So I grabbed this at my Walmart, and I thought, okay, this is my little sign, my first little sign of spring. And I'm pulling out, slowly grabbing all of my red pieces, like red napkins and red anything that I kind of left hanging around after Christmas that was red. I'm slowly starting to pull that out of all of my home decor. So, because I'm ready to kind of move on to fresh spring things. Uh, this little bunny, he's so petite and he fits perfect on my entryway desk, which I had him there, and I brought him in here to my table, my dining room table, because my china, my plates, all are kind of a creamy white, and so it kind of blends in and brings some of that color tone to my table. So I've got him right sitting here right at my table right now because I wanted to show you all. But one of the pieces, well, hello, let me know your name and let me know your name so I can greet you. Hey, Miss Jackie, look at this. Look at this sweet little thing. Now, let me show you what it looked like. Because, I just like to give you all, if you see things that maybe are dusty, dirty, you think, oh, I kind of like it, but what would I do with it? So this was filled up with all kinds of dusty, uh, they were rose hips. You all know what dried rose hips look like? They look like dried up raisins. A lot of times they are scented with like potpourri smelling oils or something. But they were dusty and they had been sitting in here for a while. And this whole piece was really dusty. And sometimes it's hard to look past the dust to the potential. But all I just added a couple little sprigs of greenery. I mean, does that green color, oh, make you ready for spring, right? That right there, and put missing a few little sprigs over here. I put one of my battery operated little flicker flame candles in there, and I grabbed these from my friend Jamie at Fruit of Her Hands. She's one of our sellers, our vendor sellers for our upcoming vintage and thrifted market day, which is Friday, March the 14th. So you'll want to stay tuned. She might have some of those. But how pretty is that? And that is sitting on my table right now, my dining room table with my little bunny. I'm ready. I'm ready for a little touch of spring. I love winter, I love snow, and I'm done. I'm ready to move on. It's almost March. Is it? Yes. It's the 19th today, so it's close enough. I'm ready to start pulling out the spring. The greenery, this is all from Hobby Lobby. This is a pick. These are one of the little picks at Hobby Lobby. I haven't bought any in so long. I'm assuming they still have these, but this is one of my favorite picks from Hobby Lobby. Let's see. They're all little tiny little leaves, and I'll do a little close up. But all I did is I took the pick, I bent the long end up and just kind of fanned it out a little bit to kind of make a little bit of a circle. Okay. And then I have a couple other little sprigs of mismatched greenery that I just kind of tuck in for a little bit of variation, Not everything looks the same. Looks a little more natural that way. And that was also from Hobby Lobby, I do believe. But it was a big, big bunch of greenery, and I just cut off some pieces to make it work in smaller spaces. But that's what I did right there, right there. And that's like so easy. And it puts just a sweet little spring touch on the dining room table that I'm starting to see past winter. New here from Vermont, Deborah, welcome in. I'm so happy you're here. If you don't mind, write down my page name, My Sweet Home Living. My name is Tracy Campbell. You can find me here on Facebook, but you can also find me in lots of other places as well, like YouTube. Okay. You can find me in both of those places very frequently. So, and I would love to have you as a normal follower around here. Hey, Miss Jessica from Ohio. Okay. Somebody mentioned the wooden bowl. So let's grab the bowls because some of you've seen my pictures and you wanted to see these up close. So I'm going to be grabbing you. Well, I had so many pieces. I should have counted all of the pieces that I grabbed on this haul, but honestly, there were too many to count. Let me do a real quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 36, 39, 40, 42. And I had a couple of plate holders as well. That puts me up to probably like 46, 47, 48. almost 50 pieces. 50 pieces. I was absolutely floored. Hello. I definitely scored, Billy. I definitely did. It was a lady who she has collected ever since she had her first place, she said. Because when I met up and joined her, I said, Do you have a shop or something? Are you selling out? What's the story here? Because I found one item. I'm going to give you all a marketplace hack. If you like to shop on marketplace, here's a tip for you. If you find something that you like on marketplace, okay? Which what I found, let me grab it. This was the first thing I found, and then I'll show you the wood bowls. Let me just hold on. Hmm. This was the first thing I found on Marketplace. It was just a sweet, simple little frame. Okay. Nothing, you know, big or huge. And I didn't even know what it said, the words. I just knew it was primitive style. And I thought, that's so cute. And I think she was only asking like $5 for it. And she was pretty close to me. And so I messaged her and I said, what's the size of this? Because it didn't say what the dimensions were. So I thought, I'm needing some bigger wall pieces to decorate some wall space in my newer home. And so that was my first question. And then while I was waiting for her to respond, comes the tip for you. While I was waiting for her to respond, I went and I clicked on her name. And when you click on, the person's name in Marketplace, you can see there what they call a seller profile. And if you do that, it will also show you what other items they have for sale. So in my case, she had about 10 other items that she had listed on Marketplace, and they were all this same style. So I thought, okay, she's my girl. I need to see what these items look like because if I'm going to pick up one thing, I want to know if she has more items that I might be interested in. So I messaged her, asked her what size this was, but after that, I saw her marketplace profile. I messaged her again. I said, I see that you have lots of primitive style items. I'll probably be interested in some of your other pieces as well if you want to make a bulk sale. And she said, okay. And she said, I also have lots of other things that I haven't even taken pictures of and posted yet on Marketplace. I'll send you those pictures first before I post them on Marketplace. And your girl was like, yes. So she started sending me photos all afternoon. And she probably sent me like, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 more pictures of different things. And they were all like, every time she would send one, I'm like, oh, yes, yes, yes. So when she got finished, I responded back and told her everything, that I wanted. I said, give me a price range for all of these items that I'm interested in, and maybe we can work out a deal. And so that's what she did. Like, can you all believe that? And so when I met up with her, this is just a sweet little frame, and I'm going to show you my whole wall display here that I was working on all day yesterday. I'm going to put this back up here. I probably won't get it level, but I'll do my best. I'll have to level it later. um, but I said, do you have a shop or something? And she said, no, I've been collecting primitive decorations ever since I had my first place. And she goes, I'm just tired of it. I'm moving on. I'm doing something different. I'm telling you, her house must have been chocked full from the floor to ceiling, from one wall to the other and back again, because she had tons, tons of it. Patricia, I'm going to be doing that very soon. Today, I've got lots of updates and announcements. I wanted to show you all this haul, but it's still sitting on my craft table. We are going to finish it. I promise you. I'll let you know on my broadcast channel, my Telegram channel, when we're going to do that. Um, so here's one of the wooden bowls. And of course, this is not like an authentic primitive antique bowl, but it's perfect for, primitive style decorating. I could totally turn this into a centerpiece, make some of sweet little bowl fillers, which we might be doing, and turn this into a sweet little centerpiece for my island, my kitchen. But here, I haven't even cleaned this bowl out yet. This has glitter, so you must have had some Christmas decorations in this one. but it has like a red color on it. And I don't think this is like authentic. No, it's not an authentic piece, but I'm okay with that. I like reproductions as long as I can make them look like I want. I'm fine with that. But it has a beautiful wood tone finish in the bottom, and it's just unique, just a unique piece. And this is would be beautiful filled with greenery and a candle. Um, on a centerpiece. So these are two really good pieces right here alone. 50 pieces. I'm going to ask you all what you think I paid for all of this in just a little bit. So those were the two big items right there. Um, what else did you see in what else did you all see in the pictures that you want to see up close? Hey, Miss Sheila, how are you? I did, Mary. I did. I'm going back to see your comments. To see if you saw anything else in the pictures. Let's see. Yes, you're right. We have Canada friends in the house with Miss Pat. You have the same piece, Roxanne. That is so cool. Um, let's see. I had to scroll way back. Y'all keep coming. I'm still seeing them. All right, I don't see anything else. So let me just kind of show you. You're okay with reproductions too? I don't actually too. I like to mix reproductions in with the true vintage pieces. So I'll just kind of start picking up some of the pieces that I have on the floor behind me and show you. This one I just brought in. I left this in the car, but this is a big piece right here. Look at this. I don't know where I'm going to put this one yet, but I thought it was too pretty. It has a pitberry wreath. Of course, it has, some rusty stars on it, which you all know I'm all about. And it's on this really pretty cast iron stand. And it's probably 3 feet tall. Yeah, at least. And it's adjustable. It can be adjusted to different heights. I'm not going to do that. Am I? Yeah. You can raise it or lower it. That's as low as it goes. Oh, I took the star off. um, but you can raise it, depending on where you want it. I mean, I could really fill a nice, tall, narrow space. So I thought that was really pretty. I think this would be really pretty sitting on my stone hearth, maybe. Maybe. But that is a ginormous piece. Um, okay, let's slide this over. Now, other than the things I have hanging on the wall, I'm going to show you all that here in a little bit. I love these primitive wood shelves. And these shelves, these are usually handmade, but I like things that have tin, like the primitive style punched tin is what I'm trying to say. This has a punched tin center, which I have a bread cabinet that has a punched tin center in it. Um, and then also have a couple of light fixtures that are punched tin as well. In my other home, I had a punched tin chandelier, which I loved. It broke my heart to leave it behind, but the lady that was moving in, she really loved it. And I said, okay, I'll find something new. So I left it. But this is just a sweet little shelf. It's probably like 20 inches wide, but it's just real sweet. It has sweet little pegs, which would be adorable for hanging your little primitive style dresses. If you made some of those little primitive dresses, super sweet. I have not picked out a spot for this shelf yet, but I love it. Love it. And that is a true sturdy piece. Now, I've got several pieces of art to hang on the wall, and let me find these dinner plates out of the way because I don't want to break those. But this behind me, you'll see this. She had several primitive style plates, and let me grab all of them because they're so pretty all together. Um, so let me grab those and show you because they're just too cute. So she gave me tons of these little easels that you can display the little mini plates on. These are wooden. These, I think she gave me 6 of these in different sizes. So these are perfect for these little mini plates. But how cute is that? It says work hard. It has a little sheep and some little berries around the edge. This says home comforts. These are little mini plates. And these are perfect for these little mini plate stands. Are those not the sweetest? Loved those. So you can set those in a grouping, or you can put them by themselves with others. Now this was just kind of thrown in. Um, this actually has a name on the back, like it may be an artist. Donna White. I don't know the artist of that one, but that's just a little hand stitched little primitive heart plate. Now here's one of my favorite ones, I think. I think this is my favorite one. Yeah. Look at that one. Is that not the sweetest? Has a little primitive house. This has a name on it too. Barbara? I don't know how you spell that. Barbara Lloyd. So I'm assuming it's an artist. Now, this has a sticker. I'm not sure when she purchased this. This says 10.99 on the back of it, which I'm sure she probably purchased it years ago. It would probably be more like 15 or 17, maybe even $20 now for that size. Look at this one. This one, okay. These two are the same designers, so they do kind of coordinate really well together, which is good because I didn't know that. I had them hanging together because I thought they complemented each other. This one said, "Life isn't about waiting for the storms to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain." Has the cute stars and pit berries around the center. And one more. The road to a friend's house is never long. Do you see the kind of the repeating theme of the stars, the salt box houses, and the willow trees? I just loved that. And I've had, it's funny, is I've had this plate hanger forever. And I had some of my china dishes hanging on it, but I'm always afraid with my kids running through here, being silly or whatever, that we would knock it off. So these are perfect to kind of put. And this little plate hanger also has like a little primitive star at the top. So I thought these are perfect. I mean, I couldn't have found a better haul that fit my style better than anything. So I'm going to show you the whole wall here in just a minute. Excuse me, getting a tickle in my throat. I'm getting too excited and talking too fast all at the same time. Um, I have not found a little place to put these little plates yet, but you know I will. You know I will. Hey, Miss Sandra, how are you, friend? Okay, so here's a piece of the artwork that I got, and it's going to be backwards. I hate that. I'm so sorry, but I don't have a way to flip my camera so you all can see the words. You know what I mean? So that's right, Billy. Manifest your greatest haul. If you think about it, if you dream about it, it will happen. Isn't this sweet? It says the heart of the kitchen, or the kitchen is the heart of the kitchen. I'll get it right. The heart of the home is the kitchen. And it just has some sweet little primitive um little pieces printed on that. I have not decided where I'm going to hang this yet, but this is probably 16 by 20 or 11 by 14 size. It's a good size. And I will say a lot of this she hadn't been using for a while, so a lot of this was pretty dusty. It needed a wipe down. I've wiped down most of it, but I'm telling you, like, I don't even care. I didn't even care that it was dusty because they were all so perfect. Hey, Miss Stephanie, how are you? Okay, so a couple other pieces. Let me just grab some of the little pieces here. Of course, if you love Corona stuff, you always love the stars. I have a red, white, and blue set. How amazing is that? Red, white, and blue. I think these might go out on my porch for my summer decorating. I think. Well, I may change my mind, and I may spray paint those into a different color. Um, the red and the blue really don't match inside my home colors very well. Home is where the heart is. A sweet little shelf, substantial. It's pretty heavy. Little sign, sitter, washroom. I know it's backwards. Home sweet home. I love this one, and I'm probably I'm gonna incorporate both of these signs in my little dress frame. I'm gonna incorporate both of these. So I've been holding on to these because I wanted to show you before I use them. Um, but those were so cute, and these were. Wonder if the prices are in any of these. This one says $5. The medium one, I bet this one was probably like 15 regular. I'm talking about like when they were sold new. This was probably like 5. It was probably around 5. That one too. But let's move on. Here's more stars, more stars. I'm about to knock everything over. Um, there's two brown stars, two blue stars. I mean, you could really go all out with a star wall. More of the plate racks, um, which is what I've had this little plate sitting in. So sweet. This is cute on a counter in your kitchen. Um, and this is a big one. This is a really big one. She probably had her plates sitting in these, whereas I have that plate hanger right there, that I'm using for some of mine. So we'll find uses for those, for sure. Hi, Miss Anita, Candy, Beth, how are you all? Okay. Now I know a while back this has some cracks in it that I'm not real crazy about, so I'll probably repurpose that. I showed you all the shelf in my kitchen that's kind of a cream color. I'm painting it black so it'll kind of coordinate a little better. But I had like a colander on it. And it was like really, it's silver, pretty bright silver. I love it. It's vintage, but it doesn't quite fit the theme in there. So, and many of you said, find something different to hang on that peg shelf where the colander is. So guess what? This little basket, it's like a metal basket, has a sweet little primitive house, salt box house. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but look down in, oh, I'm hitting my chandelier. Look in the yard right there. There are little chickens in the yard. I thought it's the sweetest. So I'm gonna fill this probably with some sweet Annie and hang this on that peg shelf in my kitchen that I showed you all about a month or so ago. I thought that was sweet. It's a good sized piece. It was probably 12 or 15, I would think. Um, Now check out this. Another wood shelf. Another wood shelf. Uh, oh, well, Lenore, we have good taste. Well, happy you're here too. I'm getting tongue tied. I'm getting so excited. Um, Look at here. Look at this shelf. The beadboard backing, the pegs at the bottom. This is probably it's probably 3 feet wide, maybe. But I'll probably repaint this. I'm not sure. Haven't picked out a spot for that, but that's a good deal. That's probably every bit of $50 if you buy that brand new. Easily $50. Let me see. A couple other little pieces down here. I don't know. They're just a little metal star. Let me show you real quick. Ugh. Metal star, a little candle box, and this works. I've already lit it up. It works perfect. Just cute little pieces to add in. Um, Now here's a couple other big wood pieces. Look at this. This is like a wooden shelf to sit on the wall. I don't know if I'll use this yet. I don't really have a space for it, I don't think. But you can display things on it. I may have to repaint it. I don't know. Here's a sweet little star candle holder, and then another little shelf sitter. My family, the greatest gift I've ever received. I thought that was sweet. Had a little salt box house on it as well. And then she gave me several pitberry garlands, a couple other little star candle holders. There's no place like home. And I got a great big, huge, primitive style wood sign that says simplify on it, which is kind of a common phrase that you see on lots of primitive style signs. And then I got another a sweet little black salt box house that lights up. And it's probably 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall. I already have it plugged in over by my hutch. But lots of good things, and not to mention the things that I got on the wall. So let me grab y'all off, and then I'm gonna show you the wall, and then we're gonna talk about the Pennsylvania trip, because we've got some updates that I need to tell you about. Um, Y'all see my little primitive tree back there. Let me see if I can flip my camera real quick. Um, okay, there. um, there's the two shelves. This was another little star that I grabbed. Um, this is a huge print. This is like, I think this is a 16 by 20. Sorry, my chandelier and my lights are glaring off of that. Love that. And then the sign that's above it came along with it. This is another huge piece. Let me get on this side of it. Um, a spoon rack. I mean, it was so cute. Now it was really dusty. I had to wipe everything down. The little cutting boards were in with it. I just stuck in the little greenery wreath that I had already in here. And then there's that little piece there. So all in all, and I don't know if I can give you like now, keep in mind my dining room was absolutely upside down because I have all these pieces strung out. And my lights are on. Oh, let me turn the light off. That might no, the light is glaring in from my window. That's what's happening. Um, but I am looking for a little a sideboard, side buffet, table or something, maybe even a faux mantle that it's going to go right in this open space right here. So I know that looks kind of bare right now, but that's what I'm looking for to go in that space. And then possibly a little lamp to sit on top of that that would light this up at night. So that's what I'm looking for there. Um, Here's my little primitive house that I grabbed. My light is on. That's the craziest thing. I don't know why the light is on. My flashlight. I just set that there for now, just to kind of give it a spot. Um, but yeah, I mean, all in all, that's a pretty good haul. I mean, lots of huge pieces. Um, you'll take any of my prim anyone is destashing and pay shipping. It is hard to find. You're right, Billy. So let me flip it back around. There we go. The lighting is a little weird in here. So let's talk about um, Pennsylvania because last week on our midweek check-in, I told you all every Wednesday at noon, I'm doing updates and giving you if there are any updates on the Pennsylvania trip. And Wednesdays at noon when I do my midweek check-in. So I didn't show you all the other wall that I'm looking at right now. That'll be enough for another day. Um, After I mentioned the dates last weekend, um, for the upcoming Pennsylvania trip, I mentioned it would be the first 2 weeks of June. I got lots and lots of feedback saying that there's so many things going on in June. Graduations, weddings, graduation parties. People have already planned trips and vacations and things like that for June. So hear me out. Hear me out. I picked June because I knew school was out. We have lots of ladies that work in the school systems, and they would not be able to join us if we did it anytime during a school year, right? Um, you're giving me some guesses on what I've paid. Billy says she thinks anywhere from 2 to 250. Big pieces, 50, at least 50 items, and they're big pieces. And some of them I didn't even show you. Um, but I didn't want to pick like straight in the summertime either because I don't. We've done a meetup in the summer and it's not fun. It's not fun because it's just too hot. Okay, we're going to the Philadelphia air. Most people will be flying into the Philadelphia airport. We're going to the Lancaster County area. Okay. Um, my only other option, if we want to do this, I know in August it's probably still too stinking hot. It's still too hot. So the only other option that we could do would be in early fall, like September. September would be the only fall month that I could personally make the trip. So June, September, you will make the call. For June, I was thinking, the more I got to looking at things, I was thinking it would be like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be June 13th, 14th, and 15th. That would be the June dates. Fifth, or if we do September, I don't even have a date picked out yet. So that was just, I just received so much feedback from you all saying that a lot of you couldn't make it. And I know that there's not going to be a date that we're not, that will work for everyone. I just know that I'm realistic about that, right? Um, but September would give you a little bit more time to plan ahead and maybe not have things planned. Um, so I need to know June 13th, 14th, 15th, or sometime in September. I need to know your honest input because that's where I'm standing right now. I don't want to continue to um, make plans until we know that. Definitely want to go to Green Dragon in Lancaster. Very nice. Only open on Fridays. Okay, that's good tip. Thank you, Miss Jill. I think somebody else mentioned that too. September, Jenny. September, Sandra. I don't think, I don't think, I mean, will the leaves already be changing in September up there? You all let me know for those of you all that are familiar with that. Some schools go back September 1st. I know, I know. But I think August will be too hot. August will be too hot, I believe. Um, and I'm still fine with June. I'm still fine with June, but I know we had multiple people say that they wanted to come and they just couldn't because of the June times. Um, and I am reading your comments, by the way, because I want to know. Either works for you, you're retired from the schools. Oh, that's awesome, Billy. Um, you're loving September as well, Sandra. September, Jenny. Um, just had two trips, one in June and one in September. Oh, Trace, I wish. I wish. If I had an unlimited pocketbook, then I would say yes, for sure. Um, you live in upstate New York. Your kids don't get out of June until around the get out of school until the 20th of June. Oh my goodness, really? Most of the schools around here are finished before the end of May. Now sometimes it depends on how many like makeup days, like for weather or things, but the latest that we've ever got out of school, I think, was maybe like the first week of June. So you're in for September, Dawn says. Um, I know hot is not fun. We don't want to do a hot summer month. We just don't. We just don't. Um, no, leaves are changing in early September. I didn't think so either, but I think early September would probably be okay temperature wise, right? What do you think? Um, you're bummed. You can do June in Pittsburgh, but you can't do Philadelphia, Joanne. Now, would you be able to do Philadelphia in September? Could you do that? Um, I believe the fan is a big tourist time. The fall is a big tourist time. Yes, Pauline. Yeah. No, I completely understand, Nancy. I'll never get everybody to agree. You're right. But many of our creative team and our creatives that are going, wanting to go, um, are not able to. So that's kind of why I was looking at a second option. Um, September gives time for planning for kiddos to get back in school. I'm still reading. I'm still reading. September, that is Father's Day weekend. That's good to know. That is good to know. I didn't even think about that. Um, you're going to Italy in September. Oh, that'll be so much fun, Debbie. I hope you have a great trip. Let me know your dates of September. So like I said, I have not picked. We could do late September. Um, would would leaves be changing by late September? Maybe, maybe not. Um, September can go either way as far as temperatures, cool fall feel or still really hot. That's kind I know September is still really hot here. But I was thinking with it being a little bit more north that you all would be a little better. California schools start back in the middle of August. September works well for you, Mary. Good. Okay. Well, Patty, it's not going to be a craft retreat. So let me tell you, for those of you that are not familiar with these meetups that I typically plan, I call them vintage soul sister road trip meetups. And what we typically do, we carve out like 3 or 4 days in a specific area, and we hit up several like um, thrifting, junking, antique type areas that we want to go shopping and picking in. That's why we call it Vintage Soul Sisters. We like to shop for vintage finds, things that are thrifted, secondhand, things like that. We like junking and picking. So that's what we do. Um, we usually have a couple different dates and times of meetup locations that are public for all of us to meet up at. We usually try to pick them in like a couple of different areas within a certain region. That way, if you're not able to join us on Friday, you could join us on Saturday for a meetup, or you could join us on Sunday for a meetup, or whatever. We just have designated times during that window, and where you all can come in and meet up with us. We might have lunch together. We might just have spend an hour just chatting and taking photos and talking, and then we kind of separate and go on our ways throughout the rest of the day. Then the next day we'll have another public meetup where we kind of meet up. We might chit chat, or meet new people that we didn't meet the day before, share our finds with each other, talk, catch up. And if you all want to shop along with us, then you definitely can. But a lot of times we have those public meetup times and locations where everybody gets together, and then we kind of, disperse and do our own things within certain. I'll take all of your information. Leaves start to change in mid-September in Pennsylvania. Okay, that might work then. Um, and then we usually have maybe like one or two hotels where a lot of people meet up at, depending on our areas. I'll be looking at some hotels accommodations for many of you to stay in if you're interested, and you can kind of get to know, and you will meet friends that you have some common interests with, and a lot of times the best friendships come out of these road trips. It's been so much fun getting to do these. Um, you're good with early either month. September gives us longer to save money. Right, Greta? Good point. Good point. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and read through the comments over the next couple of days to give a couple people, more people that are watching replay to chime in. And then next Wednesday at noon, I will have an official date ready for you all. Official date. It will be released. So next Wednesday at noon. So tune in to next week's midweek check-in. You all, Craft on the Clock. That's the place where you can easily find live crafting every day, Monday through Friday, and even occasionally on the weekends. We hope to see you over there. We have amazing creators lined up for the rest of the day. And if we have an opening today, I may hop back on. I don't know. Stay tuned. I'll see you then.